was trying to pull up that post. So, all right, I'm good enough to where I can pull up the audio and get it ready to record right now. It's all in all not horrible, and I'm starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel, and hopefully it's just not the freight train coming my way. But it's been a very long 2 months. All right. I'm learning my lesson. Mute first. Let's actually delete these tracks. And back. And record. All right, Joe, talk to me.
Hello, hello, hello.
Good. Got it. All right. Recording. Yep, I'm recording. You're recording. Everybody's recording. It's
All
starting
right.
to go.
Hello
Oh,
and
welcome.
welcome to Pokemon GO Podcast. I figure since Charles is having a rough night, that I would just step on his toes once again.
You know, you could have
So,
just told me ahead of time. I was being like, because Joe was like, "Oh, welcome to Pokemon Go Podcast," where Joe won't do the intro for me anymore, and then you did it, so
oh. But
I'll
yeah,
take
so
it.
we are here today, Charles and I. I am Joseph_Ard. He is Rock God of Pod. And yeah, it has been an interesting week. I think more interesting for you than me. But we will get
I
into
would not
that.
call my week. Well, I guess it is interesting.
Interesting does not mean good.
That is
Interesting does not
true.
necessarily
It
mean good.
it is a story of interest, without a doubt.
Yes, yes. There will be what's that? Type F in chat to.
So I don't know what the Type F and chat. So I know I've seen it. I'm not sure what it's supposed to do, but originally from Call of Duty, it was press F to pay respects and
Yeah,
this big
that's
heart
what it is. Yep, yep.
something.
It's from
Okay.
Call of Duty. Yep, yep.
Yeah. So yes, and Type F in chat. I will take it. Which actually in the current Call of Duty, that is you get graphical banners, and my banner is a guy with his arms crossed, and the tattoo says "Press F, pay respects" on it. So Joe, I do have a message to go ahead and play for you right here.
Okay, right off.
Hey there, my name is Tom, and these are the experiences of the week.
Ah, yes, good old Tom. Those experiences of the week. All right. So, this past week we had the Charmander Community Day. I mean, that seems like so long ago.
Yes.
I almost forgot that it was even part of this past week. But yeah, so did some Garatina raids, fought some Shadow Pokemon, trying to get those red eggs. Not that it matters, because everybody's getting Trubbish.
Oh, I
Anyway.
got some words to say about the red egg.
Like a lot of people are like, "Oh, it's Trubbish, it's Trubbish, it's Trubbish." Way too.
Oh
many
no, I got
Trubbish.
worse words than that, but we'll get to
You
it.
got worse than Trubbish? Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I've only gotten Trubbish from mine as well, which I proceeded to throw in the trash and get some candies. I did get a few Charmanders during Community Day, although I was working during Community Day, so there's that. But all in all, it's just been an okay-ish week for me. Compared to you, it's been an excellent week for me. But yeah, so what has been your experience of the week? We've been hinting that it was a disaster.
Well, last night I crushed my iPhone in the ambulance door on the way to a call. So there's that. That was a big experience. So I actually have a temporary phone from my boss. I can use. I'm actually trying to get into the game. I just literally like 5 minutes before Joe and I are supposed to get together, I finally got this phone loaded up and everything good on it. Cool. It just let me in. So I'm logging into the game right now. Oh, and it did actually load my fit pictures. So while that's going, I actually did hatch some cool stuff. I did a few more raids. I have zero shiny Giratina at all. But what did I hatch? Riolu. I finally got my first Riolu.
There you go.
That was cool. And I evolved to Scrafty, which I dig that Mohawk little dude. He's a cool little dude right there.
I mean, he's got a Mohawk, so of course you like
and he's got a Mohawk, so we're kindred spirits like that. But yeah, so that was cool. I did get my shiny Charizard. I actually got two. So I evolved one. I evolved the one as soon as I got it. Yeah, one. And I caught, I don't know, 40 or 50 of them. Not a ton, right? I caught a few and got my shiny. I was like, oh, done. I'm gonna take that. Hello, Amy Webb. How you doing? And that was good. So then, of course, I trashed my phone last night and I haven't been able to play. Well, I haven't actually had a workable phone till right now. So there's that. But these strange eggs, Joe, them all day long. So this is the worst. This is the worst event. You know why? Because I cannot get rid of my eggs to then fight a freaking boss to get the strange egg. It is pissing me off. Like right now, I just cracked two eggs as the game is sitting here, just cracked open. And if there's not a boss, or it could be a grunt either way, if there's not somebody ready
they only
now,
drop from the bosses.
I know, because that's part of my anger is they only drop from the bosses. So I'd actually, it might even have been, it probably was actually this weekend during community day. I actually had 2 eggs pop, right? Gone. They're good. And so, okay, I already had fought all the grunts. So I had a boss radar, whatever it's called. I don't care what it's called. I had the radar ready to go. I got to turn on Adventure Sync again. That's what it's telling me. All right, fine. But I had the radar ready to go and all that. And there's no balloons, but I was sitting with like, I don't know, 15, not 15. I mean, 5. Let's say 5. I had a bunch of Pokestops around me. And oh, look, there's some grunt Pokestops. Or there's a Cliff.
Yep.
Cliff. There was Cliff, but I had to spin the stop, to trigger them. And I think I'd spun one of the
you don't have to spin the stop to trigger it.
Those stops. No, hold on a second. Those stops gave me eggs. So when I fought him, I got 0 strange eggs. So then I put 2 more in the freaking incubators, but I've lost my radar. So now I got to spin things to fight the grunts. I hate this event so hard.
You don't have to spin the stop. You can just click on the grunt or the boss.
Look what I got just in the wild. A Cranidos.
There you go.
That was cool. Okay.
From rage to that is cool.
Well, I'm not really rage, but I will defend some Niantic. So I will say, okay, you play the way you want, but this event it feels impossible. And Mr. Tambourine says I agree with Charles.
Well, and we talked about it last week too.
Yeah, it just feels stupid.
They really do. Like I said before, they need to come up with some kind of method to where event eggs don't get bypassed. And I fully believe that it would be really easy just to add a row that the only eggs that can go in there have 3 slots can only be specialty eggs.
Or the eggs. Rocketti says you just need to know how to play it. Rocketti's enjoying it. Good for you, you walking skinny little fool. You little weedle. You walking little dude. Good for you.
Charles,
my fat butt's going to sit right here and hate it because I don't walk and hatch eggs.
Charles is in a mood tonight, so be careful. Be careful what you say.
It's still going to be PG, but it might be a very aggressive PG. I'm just saying.
All right. That's a little. He's got 40 Pokestops near his house. Yeah, I'm gonna just. And he says, "Lol, I'm not skinny." Oh man. So if I just look in the distance, I have so many Pokestops around my house. Yeah, I'm just gonna.
I mean, I have like 2. I mean, I wouldn't walk to them because it's kind of a crappy area to do that. It's a busy road. But Rockhead, he says I'm bigger than you. Well, not if you're hatching eggs. You're not gonna stay bigger than me for very long, dude. So I don't know. Maybe she was.
Okay.
Yeah,
Kudos
go
where
ahead.
kudos are due. Rocketti has 40 Pokestops near him, but he submitted pretty much all of
All
those
of them.
stops. So,
Nice.
yeah.
Nice. I am just on the record for saying I did not enjoy the event. I did get the special event done, whatever that was, where you had to do so many berries. You use three of this berry, three of that berry, three of that berry. It's the last event we just had, Joe. You're looking confused.
No, yeah, the event we had over the weekend.
Yeah.
It
I
wasn't
did
too
get
bad.
that done. No, yeah, it was fine. I just got another Schmeagle.
Okay.
Whatever his name is, Snoopy Goal, whatever. What is his name? Schmerigal. I was close.
You were very
I
close.
was close.
I was just gonna let you flounder though until you.
You
figured it
were.
out.
You did.
Well,
I mean, I didn't have to figure it out. I just opened up to catch him. It told me his name.
We've been talking about the strange eggs, the red ones, the 12K eggs. The Sylph Road last week they didn't have percentages for the eggs. They do have percentages for the eggs this week. And it's not in our show notes, but I'm going to link it here in chat.
All right, since we're already talking about it, yeah.
Yeah. And so I'm actually a bit surprised, well, partially surprised, that Vullaby actually has over 20% chance of dropping. I honestly thought Trubbish was going to have the highest percentage.
And I mean, that's the, you got worse than Trubbish. Like, yeah, because I got nothing, man.
Yeah, but then
it's so difficult.
On the other end of the spectrum, Sandile, and we won't cover all of the different percentages. I just want to cover the new people. So Vullaby is 20.6%. Sandile is only 2.6%. Like, that is crazy low for a brand new Pokemon that you can only get in these eggs right now. And then Poniard, who we did for the random trivia last week, is 10.3%. So, yeah. But, oh man.
Yeah. So and honestly, my experience, because I like shinies. I'm not sweating it. I've only done maybe 10 Giratina raids all through remote raiding. But I'm sorry, I get tickled every time Barry doesn't get one because he's on like 60 raids across. I don't know if that's across 4 accounts or if that's just one account, but he cannot, man. He cannot catch a shiny. He gets so frustrated. I don't want to be frustrated. I feel bad he's frustrated. But every time, like, he calls us out for a raid, I'm like, my money's on you. Ain't gonna get it.
Oh man, poor Barry.
Poor Barry. I know. Yeah. I mean, absolutely. Poor Barry. I mean, it's just frustrating. I think Ibit like, no thanks. After 50 something raids, I finally got a shiny. I don't ever want to see a Giratina again. So good on Ibit. Sorry, Barry. Although by the time he hears this recording, he may have knocked it out. And that was the other key. So that's how Joe actually found out I busted my phone. Was I'm like, yeah, I'll jump into a Giratina raid. Because even though we had this call, I knew I'd have time to get it done. And closing the ambulance door to go to the calls when I crunched the phone, and it was just gone. So then later on, I could use voice activated text and say, yeah, sorry I didn't come because I smashed my phone. Sorry. But yeah, Discord, what do we have for our experience of the week?
So I'm not going to lie, when you typed that in chat, I thought you were just messing around. Like, I smashed my phone because I couldn't get into the raid. Like, that's what I thought you meant.
Ah, gotcha.
I didn't realize. Yeah. No, you legit smashed your phone.
Yeah, pictures will be coming out later tonight on across social media. So by the time you hear this, it'll definitely be posted if you're on the podcast. Because I finally got a temporary phone, like I said, set up to where I can actually operate and be an internet human being again. And then I'll buy a new phone here shortly. But I'll take pictures. It's worse than I thought originally. It's pretty bad.
So did it feel weird not having your phone? Like, I can only imagine it would feel super weird.
A little bit. My only thing is Erin, my wife, likes to stay in touch with me, and I like to stay in touch with her. But so I was busy, right? So I do non-emergency transport. Well, I do emergency and non-emergency, but it's all pre-scheduled transports. So we just wait for the hospitals to call us. We don't go on 911 calls. And so when that happened, we were literally going to be driving 20 minutes to a hospital to pick up a patient to take him an hour up the road. So it was very frustrating. It was very going through my mind, what is it going to cost to replace it? What am I, how long is it going to take to replace it? Those kind of things. And then by the time we got back to the station a couple hours later, I decided to go, hey Siri, check my messages. No, not now, Siri. Thank you. And it worked. So I was able, and then I was like, okay, if that works, that means my car will work as a phone because I have the whole built-in Bluetooth, all that jazz in the car. So it was fine. And then today it's been a little frustrating. Yeah, it's been a little because like I was telling the show, it's a traumatic brain injury. And Siri started off going, yeah, I'm good. This is I smell toast. And then she died. So it was bad. Yeah. But it's been a long day. It's been frustrating. But ultimately, I mean, there's times I just turn my phone off. It's just a thought of if I needed something or my wife needed something from me, I couldn't. Well, and I had my partner. So immediately I had my partner text her and say, okay, this is Ginger's phone, but this is Charles, and he crushed his phone. So we at least had that. So it's a little weird, but not like go through withdrawals weird. Oh, Mr. Tamarine's inviting me to a raid. So now's a good time to talk about the experiences in Discord.
Mr. Tamarind is inviting me to a raid too, but I don't.
But you gotta talk.
I know. Well, not only that, but I don't think I want to use a. No offense, but I don't think I want to use a remote raid pass on a Mischievous.
Oh, I will. I just got to get a few more.
All right, so
there's a free one right there. Boom.
Experiences of the week. Gonna go hop over to Discord, and didn't you say we had one on Twitter as well?
No, not experience on Twitter. We have our discussion. We have discussion.
Got it. Discussion point on Twitter. Okay, sorry. All right, so this first one here is from US Nate Scout. Got himself a shiny Puchaina. Looks like the classic Wolverine colors from back in the day, the golden brown. Barry, like you said, venting his frustrations about not getting a shiny or a hundo.
I'm sorry. I should laugh at poor Barry. Oh, I missed it. I missed a raid because I was trying to get. Sorry to interrupt, but he's listening right now. I missed a raid because I was trying to get a remote raid pass, and I didn't have the spaces open in my bag. Apparently, life is not going my way, Joe.
Nolte showing off a shiny Bonsley and a Grimer. And then
I like the Bonsley. The Bonsley's
ended up getting 19 shiny Charmanders from only 3 hours of Community Day, so only half a Community Day from Nolte. And then Barry showing off how many Pokeballs and Ultra Balls he has in his item bag. He's got 1,100 Ultra Balls. And then
holy cow,
700.
Barry.
No, that's Terry. And 700 Pokeballs. And
what's the big black bracelet? Is that the gotcha?
I think that's the gotcha evolution or whatever the new gotcha is. I think is what
that's nice looking.
Because the one on the left is the first generation gotcha.
Yeah,
and I'm pretty sure the one on the right. Maybe I should have done the raid. Mr. Tambourine got a shiny mystery.
See, and I tried.
Oh man. And then from the $1 ticket for Community Day, Popeye ended up with a perfect Charizard, 100%
Nice.
So that is nice. And then Barry showing off his Mega Charizard Y. Although the CP on that is tiny. So it's only 1343 after becoming a Mega. That is super low. So he'll need to power that up quite a bit. And actually, does it show... Where on the arc is that? I don't even see...
It's full. That's probably full. Because that pink line is the progress.
No, that is... 1343 can't be the full.
Hold on.
CP.
I'm pulling up my... No. Dude, just breathe. No. Just breathe for a second. I'm thinking.
Rock Eddie said he probably has it for PvP.
Yeah, if you look on mine,
Yeah.
the behind the tail, there's a little dot. So the solid color, because the black is not progress. So that's a little behind the tail. There's a little bit of black. So that is mostly full on berries.
Or maybe it
Yeah.
just doesn't show how far. Yeah.
Well,
And
maybe it's Mega Evolve. Maybe it doesn't.
Rock Eddie said full is closer to 4,000 CP. So, and Civilian on Base says that's just how it looks for Megas. All right.
Okay.
Right.
Barry's starting fights with you and me. Man, he's a troublemaker. He's a home wrecker. Barry's the home wrecker. He's a fraud.
Coming in with a 15-15-11 Shadow Mewtwo. Got to power that bad boy up. He is going to be nice. U.S. Nate Scout with a Charles catch, shiny Bellsprout.
Good on you.
Popeye, took 11 of these new strange eggs before Popeye got anything new and ended up with a Volibee. Terry hitting some more milestones. 200,000 Pokestops spun and 300,000 Pokemon caught. U.S. Nate Scout coming in with 100% Paris. And then Nolte coming in with a shiny Alolan Rattata, a shiny Croagunk, shiny Houndour, and a shiny Shadow Ammonite, as well as a couple of new 100% Pokemon, a Clink and a Shroomish. So very, very nice. And to our earlier discussion, JackitK says it always looks like the CP is maxed out when you Mega Evolve.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Yeah.
But those have been the experiences of the week.
So I just learned something. When you're doing your friends and they have gifts, there's a little Pikachu head. Let me see if this will clear up on the screen here. Okay, attached.
Oh,
there
yeah,
it goes. Attached
if
to
it has
a sticker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they added that.
And then there's there's no head if there's no sticker. I guess if that matters to you, it lets you pick and choose your friends on accepting their gifts or whatever. But that is what it is. All right, Joe, we had a discussion point last week, which is what are your thoughts about the Grubhub event? And we're going to get to Reddit in a second because I put it out on Twitter and I put it out on Facebook. Facebook is Pokemon GO Podcast, and a couple people liked it, but that's about it. Nobody answered on Facebook, which I'm not surprised. We don't really have a big interaction on Facebook. Twitter's where we interact a lot in social media. And we had a comment from Augmented Naturally Podcast, YT. The Niantic is crafty. It has more wheels turning. The more sponsors Niantic has, the better the AR world becomes. And lets them focus on features versus getting players to buy/support Niantic directly instead of buying loot eggs or short time bonuses. So that's a good input there. Augmented Naturally. Not even sure what that means. This is a weekly Pogo podcast for using augmented reality games to balance our daily life. All right, so go check them out. But only after you listen to us.
There you go.
So very cool. I will actually have to check their podcast out. We might be stealing topics from them or something. I don't know. But Augmented Naturally is the name of the cast there. Augmented Naturally Podcast.
Right.
So what do we have over
no
on
one
Reddit?
actually popped in on Reddit for this discussion. But as a reminder, we are going to put a discussion point on Reddit every week. And that's reddit.com/r/Pokemon GO Podcast. So let us know what you think when we throw those in there.
And Augmented Reality won the shout out of the week because they answered the question. So there's that. All right.
We actually have a comment from Rock Eddie here. He likes that they make temporary gyms like they did at Baskin Robbins. So there we go.
Perfect. There you go.
We always like when they add more gyms.
Now we all have a gold legacy gym. Okay. Interesting. We'll get into the Verizon story here shortly. That's where my brain keeps trying to go. All right, we'll put a pin in it. We'll be back with not 5, not 8, but 10 headlines from Joe because 8 is not enough apparently in his book. We'll be back. You're in the commercial?
Yep. Initiated the commercial.
Oh, I got the Mandalorian season 2 commercial. Love it. All right, I'll let that finish up. It's about 20 seconds.
Mandalorian. I wonder if there's any truth to there being some issues uh, on the stage or
Set.
on the set that the actor didn't want to be in the Mandalorian armor the entire time, is what I heard. I don't know if it's true or not. That's just what the
Well,
rumors are.
that might just be because it's tough, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's a big metal armor. I mean, it can't be easy.
Oh yeah. No.
All right. All right, here we go.
What are we gonna get?
I wanna be the very best.
The very best!
No one ever was.
Except your art.
To catch them is my real test. To train them is my cause.
There you go. We got
Oh,
the
man.
traditional song there. Actually, it's still a cover, but it's not like one of
Yeah.
my covers where it's all messed around with and remixed.
Pokémon!
Gotta catch them. There you go.
But if you want to submit some songs to have
Yes.
us play right after the commercial break, you can send us an email, show@PokemonGoPodcast.com, with a link to the song you would like us to put in the rotation.
Yes. And responding back before we hit the headlines, JackitK says people have a fair point about the sponsor thing. Personally, I think things like Grubhub are right on the line with how far sponsorship should go, and we did discuss that. And it's you know what, the Verizon. Well, let's go ahead and jump to Verizon. The Verizon event ties into the same feeling of it. I am a Verizon customer, and I saw this news. And the short version is a special weekend event presented by Verizon. This is when it came out, starting today on October 20th. 2020, eligible Verizon users anywhere in the United States will be able to obtain tickets for an exclusive event for the special weekend. Trainers who are subscribed to Verizon mobile plans will be able to obtain a ticket by signing in to the Verizon Up app. No, I was not able to do that. I have a solid plan. I get the Verizon Up points and all that jazz, and I went to my Verizon Up app immediately on is today the 21st or the 22nd?
Today's 22nd.
All right, so yes, on the 21st is yesterday. So a day after this is supposed to have started. Nowhere could I see how to get a ticket for this thing. But limited to one per trainer account will be available to the event day on November 7th. So basically, the event is an exclusive timed research and special Pokemon attracted to insets, which is going to be Absol, because that's who they use in the header, the banner ad here is Absol. And I'm sure that's V and Z unknowns is what that is. And then it'll be from Saturday from November 7th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. And so, yeah, I would love to get a ticket. I'm a Verizon customer. I have yet to get a ticket. And they even said, here, click to unlock your tickets here. I did that too. And it's not giving me anything, Joe. Are you Sprint?
I am Sprint. That is correct.
Yeah. So, what are your take being a non-Verizon customer? JackitK is like, oh, you couldn't figure it out either? No, I couldn't.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't get to be part of the event, so that kind of sucks. But do you think this will even bring, like, people aren't going to go over to Verizon just because of this event, right?
You would think that. Okay, you and I are fairly sensible adults. We have we don't spend frivolous money going to Chicago for a fake event at all. We don't do crazy things like that. We're smart. But no, there are people who just FOMO, right? The fear of missing out. They have to have it, and some people might do that. I just, it boggles my mind if you did. If you're artist, okay, Joe. Let's say this was a year or two ago. Man, I think it's about 2 years ago now. Where you're like, you know what? It's time for me to upgrade my phones, and I want to because I just need my own plan. Blah, you know how it went, right?
That's true. If someone is already considering, this might be a tipping point.
This might have been
considering swapping.
especially when you swap. Here's the other thing: if you already consider swapping, when you swap, they bribe you like nobody's business. They come in, oh, here's huge discounts on phones. Here's this, here's that. Come be in our swimming pool instead of Sprint's swimming pool. And let's see. As the Rocket said, I was swapped because they have better coverage in Texas. That's why I swapped originally. Was that better coverage in the phone line I was on? But this was 15 years ago. I've been with Verizon for that long. JackitK says I got the sponsored face mask, but still don't have the ticket yet. I was going to look into it more this weekend. And Rocket says, do you need the links? Yeah, Rocket, go ahead. And you might have to whisper us.
So there is a link. It says how to claim your ticket. You unlock your tickets here. There's a
there's a link in the thing. Click that, Joe.
All right, let's see. Bloop.
So like I'm in Verizon now, my Verizon app, and I'm clicking the up.
Oh, that is a big old link. I posted it in the chat.
Fine. Okay, go look now, JackitK, because I just logged in again to my Verizon account. So a day later, hit the up and hit the up rewards, and the first thing is it tells me I have 10 device dollars, whatever. That won't ever go away. You claimed your October reward because I already did, and then there's the Pokemon special weekend, and I can claim it now. So that's what I did.
So now it's working apparently. All right. But I mean, at least they're not going like super crazy with it. Like you earn experience, Stardust. You get some incense and a star piece, 100 Charizard Mega Energy, and then I think we actually talked about this a bit last week as well. But the encounters, the special Pokemon for the event, are Chansey, Spoink, Absol, Bronzor, Gibble, and Seawaddle, as well as the those two unknowns, which are Z and
V. Should be because VZ is the Verizon shortening logo initials.
Yeah, it doesn't quite look like V to me though. It looks close. Oh no, it is V. It is V.
Yeah,
you're right. It was just throwing me off that it had the top part on it.
Gotcha.
But yeah, and then in addition to that, users will be able. Now it doesn't. Eligible Verizon users will be able to unlock some exclusive Verizon avatar items. So that's what JackitK was talking about, the Verizon mask and the Verizon hoodie. Personally, I'm not going to be putting a mask on. Like, there's a default mask, too, that's available as well. I'm not going to be putting a mask on my digital character. And the Verizon hoodie's like, eh. So, neither of those I really even care about. But yeah, then there's sponsored gifts.
Okay. So let me help you walk. We're walking through this now. So like I said, you open up your Verizon app. Now, it may or may not work for you. It didn't work for me yesterday, which was a day into when we could get the tickets.
Well, I'm not
for
Verizon,
2 days.
so.
Yeah. Well, not you personally, Joe.
Got
the
it.
You that's listening to me that has Verizon or maybe wants to come to Verizon. Here's how you do it. All right, Mystic, you just sit there and let the Valor take care of it.
All right.
All right.
Mr. Valor.
Because, Verizon is a Valor company. As you see, it has a big V red check for Valor right there at the end of it. But you open up your Verizon app, click on, for me on the iPhone, iOS 14 or whatever it is the newest one. The new app at the bottom, it has a box that says up in it. That's your up rewards. You click that. Now, if you don't have that, maybe you don't have the qualifying account. I cannot tell you what qualifies an account. I know I do everything through Verizon. It's my second largest bill in this house, but I have everybody on it. It's fine by me. So I have up. You click up, and then I told you scroll down, and there it was. Now, once you claim it, before you hit use now, you scroll down. There's a code. You can hit copy code. Then you hit use now, and of course, it'll ask you to log into your Niantic account. Mine was Google, so I just had to do that. And then I am going to hit paste and submit. And you should soon be able to see your reward in Pokemon Go. So on, so forth. So yeah. So that's it. So I should be done now. And that's how you claim it. And it actually to give you, if you scroll down before you claim it, it actually walks you through on how to do that. as well. And if you do have up, I think JackitK says he has up. Dude, claim your rewards every month because I have right now stored. I need to go and actually redeem them, but stored I have $15 in gift cards ready to go redeem just by being a customer and automatically qualifying for the up program. So there is your walkthrough. But apparently you can get a Verizon mask and a hoodie. I like the mask, kind of. I'm not going to do the hoodie. I mean, nothing wrong with it, but I don't know. I might not. I do honestly, Joe, have an issue with being a walking billboard for a company. So on that note, hey, GSU, tiny.cc/GSU has Pokemon Go podcast t-shirts you can wear all day long. Be a walking billboard for us.
All right. So we have some
But
up again?
yeah. Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay. Now we have a new infographic going on for the Halloween event. It's not my Florica cows. Florica cows let me down, Joe.
So real
Haven't
quick
seen them in a
though,
while.
before we get into that, they did actually say that there's going to be more stuff happening later and then in 2021 for Verizon people. And some of it's not just Verizon. So they're going to be adding, just like they did with, what was it, Sprint a couple years back. They were going to have sponsored Pokestops and gyms at their locations, as well as scheduled legendary raids at the Verizon gyms. So they're going to be doing that, and they've done that before. This is nothing new, but this partnership, if you will, is going to be extending further. So similar to what they were doing for Sprint.
And beyond, yeah. That's right. Because Sprint got some special stuff that I didn't get. I remember that. But beyond all that, Rocketti did provide us with some links. We'll put them in the show notes. So if you get this, check your podcatcher. It'll be in there through Anchor or Patreon. We have it there. And of course, Pokemon GO Podcast.com. We'll have it there as well. Because, definitely Rocketti. He's our reporter in the field, man. He gives us all kind of cool stuff. So he provided those links for us. Multiple free events would get me to change over to Verizon, says Rocketti. So there's that. Now, that's the thing. But he already said it has better coverage in Texas, where he is. But Sprint is only good in big cities for him.
But that would be the tipping point.
Right. That would be the tipping point is you are into this game enough that they do multiple free events. It's like icing on the cake, right? You were thinking, I might have some cake. That cake looks good. Oh, but that icing. All right, that got me. All right, I'll take a piece. Hit me. So Halloween, though. We don't eat cake for Halloween. We eat candy for Halloween, Joe. And what's going on with the Halloween event here?
Yes. So they have announced the details of the Halloween event. And I am letting you know where the official... so this is the infographic that we've got here, but I also put a little note in our notes for you so that you can see where the actual post is as well. So they have pictured here a Gengar with an outfit. They have Sableye with an outfit. And then if you'll notice, the Yon
That
mask,
outfit is different.
which one is different?
Well, both of them. Sableye is kind of like a hat. It's like he's a candela hat. But the Gengar, he just made his a home. I'm not sure what's going on with Gingy there.
Yeah, I don't know. It almost feels like the thing on top of his head is supposed to be like a Frankenstein bolt.
Yeah,
but it's aimed upwards. It's not on the side.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But then the Yon mask off to the side is the Galarian Yon mask. So we have that. We had already talked about how
I like it.
Runerigus had been found in the code dive, so we were expecting Galarian Yon mask to get added. So no surprises there. And so this event will be starting tomorrow, October 23rd. Tomorrow for us, a day or two in the past for Pokemon, for the podcast listeners, depending on when you listen to it. But, no surprise, it's ghost themed. So ghost type Pokemon will be appearing more in the wild. will be featured in raids and will be appearing in eggs. And then there is Gengar and Sableye wearing costumes. So the Gengar in a costume will be in raids, and Sableye will be in the wild. And apparently, it's also advertising you can hatch Sableye from eggs as well. Now, the question I have, so we've had there are issues being, a lot of the costumed Pokemon cannot evolve. So my question is, when Sableye's Mega Evolution is made available, will the costumed Sableye be able to Mega Evolve?
No, I doubt it. Maybe, but I doubt it.
Yeah.
That would be cool, though, wouldn't it? Big old jewel and this weird hat on. That's so cool.
It would. And I wonder, I'm trying to remember if I got any of the tattooed clone Pokemon back when they were available. I'm not sure if I ran into any of them. So if anybody in our chat right now has any of the clone Pokemon, the Charizard, Blastoise, or Venusaur, check to see if they can Mega Evolve. Okay,
Yeah,
so
use your candy.
I could have checked Sunglasses Blastoise. I should have checked that. So Civilian Base says that Sunglasses Blastoise can Mega Evolve. And if I remember correctly, because I remember talking about that back when Megas first came out, if I remember correctly, Sunglasses Blastoise does not have its sunglasses in Mega so
So
form.
that particular one will evolve, but it doesn't keep the glasses what you think. Oh,
Yep.
I got a deer this week. I did get a deer. So carry on. Sorry.
Yeah, so JackitK is saying costume megas can, or costume Pokemon can Mega Evolve. They just don't have their costumes in Mega form, which makes sense. And then Rocketti is saying that the clones and the Shadow Pokemon cannot Mega Evolve.
Okay.
So apparently, whatever is going on in the background, the clones are not considered "quote unquote" costumed, is what it, because they interact differently with Megas. So interesting, very interesting. Anyway, so Galarian Yamask will be appearing as a special research. It's going to be called the Spooky Message Unmasked. So that's the special research that Professor Willow is going to give us.
I want him.
Spiritomb is going to be making a comeback again. So Spiritomb for the last 2 years has been the special research Pokemon. But it's going to be coming back as field research during this event.
And
the shiny will be available.
It's got both symbols. It's going to do field research and special research. He'll be in both.
All right, there we go. And I'm not sure if you've seen the Spiritomb's shiny form, right?
Oh, I have now, but not before now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Spiritomb's shiny form. So he's normally the pinkish.
He is the cotton candy.
Yeah, pinkish
Pokemon.
purple with the green accents, the green face.
Yeah, he's pink cotton candy with green accents, and now he's gonna be blue cotton candy with pink accents.
Yes, exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And so that will be there. We're gonna be having Mega. We're gonna be able to earn Mega Gengar energy. I said that wrong. Gengar Mega energy. So that'll be
only if you complete the temporary research. You'll get
Yes.
Mega Buddy Challenge. The Mega Buddy Challenge.
Mega Buddy
You'll
Challenge.
get energy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I do like his Mega, man. That is cool.
Darkrai is coming back to 5-star raids. So
Yes.
I had predicted that he would be coming back. I don't think that surprised anybody. So it's not like my prediction was out of left field or something. So yeah, and then we're going to have Halloween themed field research tasks. We're going to have new avatar items. Of course we are. So a Pikachu mask, a Gengar onesie, Sableye goggles, Sableye mask, and a Banette mask. So a bunch of masks and a Gengar onesie.
Okay, if it's
All
free,
right.
I might do it just for giggles. I definitely will do the goggles. The
Well,
like
they
goggles if
specifically
I can
say
get it.
they'll be available in the style shop. So my
Well,
guess
but
is
free's in the shop
that-
sometimes.
yeah.
Sometimes they make things free. That's all. If they do, I
We'll
will
see.
do the onesie and the Sableye goggles. That Banette mask. Okay, if you're into like scary horror, you like dressing up for Halloween, that's your thing. That Banette mask is all you, because that's creepy. That thing is creepy, and I get absolutely if you're into Halloween, that's your thing. 2X transfer candy, 2X candy hash. Yeah, of course, all about candy, right?
Yep. Candy. And apparently there's going to be some special boxes in the shop, so they say to keep your
Yeah.
eye out for those. And then there's going to be some special days as well. So they don't have them listed in chronological order, but I'm going to state them in chronological order.
You go, boy.
So they have Catch Mastery Ghost Day. So that's on Sunday, October 25th. So that's this
Drifloon.
upcoming Sunday. So it just says Pokemon, ghost type Pokemon will be appearing more in the wild, and there will be an event exclusive timed research available. So that's on the 25th from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. local time. And then on the 26th through November 3rd, they're going to be doing the Halloween Cup, which is interesting because they've been delaying Go Battle League Cups over and over and over. So we'll see if this... I mean, this is only 4 days out, so I'd assume they're not going to delay this one. But anyway, the battle format is that only Poison, Bug, Ghost, Dark, and Fairy-type Pokemon with CP 1500 or less will be allowed to participate.
So that just popped up. By doing the Verizon event, the thing they didn't tell you get, a Verizon medal.
Yeah. Whenever there's an event, pretty much you always get a medal.
Yeah.
And then on Halloween, on Saturday, October 31st, from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. local time, there will be a Alolan Marowak appearing more often in raids. And if
I'll be doing that one because I've never gotten one yet.
And if I remember correctly, they actually found in a code dive one of Alolan Marowak's signature moves. I'm blanking off the top of my head what it was. So I'm guessing that will be a special move for that raid day for Alolan Marowak.
Yeah, I'm looking at the actual announcement. I don't see where it mentions the move directly.
Well, it was. I think it was announced, they found it in the code dive like today or the day before.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So it's a secret-ish. They're not actually telling us about it yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Let's see. I'm trying to see if I can find it super quick. But yeah. So he will probably have. It's Shadowbone. Shadowbone is the move that's been pushed. It happened yesterday. Is when it was found. You okay? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good. We're
all
good.
Right. And so that move has a 20% chance to lower a target's defense. So that is nice.
So moving on. And you covered all the announcement there. You broke it down very nicely. So we're going to celebrate the Day of the Dead with Pokemon Go. So in addition to that, it's a little crossover. It does talk about the Alolan Marowak, but we've got look out for Cubone, Sunflora, Roselia, Cacnea, Duskull, and Litwick appearing more frequently. And the following Pokemon will be more frequently attracted to incense: Ghastly, Misdreavus, Absol, Shuppet, Duskull, Drifloon, and Litwick. And there's exclusive field research for Marowak, Alolan Marowak, Murkrow, Duskull, and you might even encounter a shiny one. So I'm assuming Duskull, because it just said, or maybe there's a period after Duskull. Then it says if you're lucky, you might even encounter a shiny one. So I don't know if all of those might have shiny. Because I know Murkrow has a shiny. Does Marowak have a shiny?
Yes.
And Duskull has a shiny. So yeah, okay, all three of those have shinies.
Yeah,
okay.
So Marowak shiny is available, as is Alolan Marowaks.
All right. Oh, I just missed a raid invite by somebody. Sorry about that, whoever that was. When sharing Pan de Muerto with friends and family, that's Bread of the Dead, Don't forget to battle together. Poffins will be available as rewards when on Go Battle League reward tracks. And check the shop for special box featuring Poffins, star pieces, and remote raid passes. And of course, take pictures. And this is Sunday, November 1st to Monday at 10 a.m. to Monday, November 2nd at midnight. So this is after the Halloween, directly after the Halloween event, right? So the 31st ends the Halloween event, and then it goes right into the Day of the Dead, and that's where you'll get this. So, nice week-long murder fest. It's awesome. Dig it.
That's not what the Day of the Dead's about.
Oh, no, but Joe, are you telling me you're not going to send most of these Pokemon to the farm for being ground up? I'm just saying. It's a week-long murder fest. It's all right.
Got it. Yeah. And actually, Rock Eddie is weighing in on Shadowbone. So Rock Eddie does a lot more PvP than we do. And he's saying that it will be a great move for PvP.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Raid up. Oh, nope. Went the wrong thing. Raid update. So I don't know what that was. So Familiar Faces returns to raids. Oh, I don't have it turned up. I had Yup playing, but it didn't turn up.
Yep.
From again, Day of the Dead, but this was going longer. So from Sunday, November 1st to Tuesday, December 1st. So the whole month of November, Togetic, the happiness Pokemon, will be available as a research breakthrough encounter. All right. This is like the first time they've made that dude easily available.
There's been a couple of events where Togetic has appeared in the wild.
Yeah, but I mean, this is easy. I mean, if you do your one research thing a day, you can get 4 of them.
You're not wrong.
Right? Technically, you can get 5 of them if you build it up to the 31st of October, but don't claim the last day.
Yeah.
The reverse, you claim it after 1 p.m., okay, Pacific. So make sure you claim it after that time frame is reset, but you can claim it, and then you can get up to 5 of these in December.
That is true.
And so, all right, talk about the raid bosses.
Yeah, along with this, they've announced the different raid bosses as well as the Pokemon that are going to be featured in the Pokemon Spotlight Hours. So the raid bosses from these are all, if I'm not mistaken, 2 weeks long. Not quite. They're all about 10 days.
23rd.
Ish.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird because it's not quite the same. Because one's like ends on a Thursday, ends on a Monday, ends on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
So it's not uniform, which is kind of throwing me off a little bit. Anyway, so Friday, October 23rd until Thursday, November 5th, Darkrai will be appearing in raids. From November 5th until November 16th. All it says is a familiar Pokemon will be returning to 5-star raids. So I wonder who that is. And then November 16th to November 24th, the 3 Musketeers are going to pop back up. Terrakion, Cobalion, and Verizon. Yeah, Verizon. Yep. And then I
don't have any of those, so Barry, this is our month to play, Barry. This is our month to play. Come on, man.
And then on the November 24th to November 30th, all it says is that we need to stay tuned for which boss will be featured. So half of those, it's like, yeah, we're not really going to announce it, but yeah. And so there will also be the weekly raid hour events that are on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. local time until 7 p.m. local time. But then the spotlight hours, those are all on Tuesdays, and those are 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. local time. And so November 3rd, it's Cubone. November 10th, it's Jigglypuff. November 17th, it's Meowth. And November 24th, it's going to be Barboach. And they also rotate what the different bonuses are for that as well. For the which all but one of them are for catching Pokemon. It's Stardust, Experience, Candy, and then the last Tuesday, November 24th, it's going to be double candy for transferring.
Yeah. Not great, not horrible, but understandable. I mean, these are all Halloween based type
Well, those are all
Pokemon.
November.
Yeah, our fall based, whatever. There's a theme there. That's all I'm trying to say, Joe. You know what the theme is here? We're running out of time. So, AR mapping tasks are coming to the game.
Yeah, we've had several comments already in chat about this. Not too. JackitK and Rock Eddie both popped in and were like, "No, not too excited about these AR mapping tasks because the rewards really aren't that great." If I remember correctly, Rock Eddie said it was potions and something else. So I can't remember. JackitK says, "I mean, I'm happy with them."
Yeah.
It's Rock Eddie that's not happy with them. Got
so
it.
basically,
Potions
the task will require you to complete an action either at the Pokestop where you receive the task or at another Pokestop within a certain radius. Complete the task by heading over to the AR scanning screen and exploring the area around you. This task will count as your daily field research task. You have to be trainer level 20 and up, and it's already live in the game.
Yeah, so this is just them trying to get more data about the surroundings. I'm sure that this data will also help them when they're actually gonna. It's got to help them with some kind of AR feature that they're doing, this AR mapping. So we'll see.
Yeah, DJ Kizza. I feel like it's a Friday night. DJ Kizza got 2 max potions on one, and also got one from a gym, which he thought was interesting. So very cool. I mean, I get what Eddie's saying. Eddie's always out. He's that high level player, right? He put up 40 freaking posts or Pokestops around his house. So in the area, I mean, so he wants a little bit more than 10x Pokeballs and some potions. JackitK was like, "Oh, I totally get that the rewards aren't great, but the best one I've seen so far was a golden raspberry." DJ Kizza says the stop behind my house has scan tasks for the past 3 days. So it is a start. It is a starter. It is a little appetizer. Hopefully, you go, yeah, no, this is good, but I'm ready for some real food. Give me. Hey, if you do 10 tasks in one day, you get this Pokemon encounter that can be shiny. I don't know. Something. I get it. But I think they're just testing the waters to see if they can get people involved. This is based directly off of I lost the name. The other game that Niantic did before this one.
If you had said it beforehand, I would have.
I know, right?
Ingress.
Yes, I kept wanting to say Instinct, but I knew that was wrong. Ingress.
For some reason, I kept wanting to say Inverness. I'm like, that's not it.
Yeah, but it's. Yeah, I think you're right. With more AR stuff coming, they're probably just getting data, seeing what it takes. I mean, this might not even be anything directly game related as far as what the task means. It might be testing the waters to see how much data gets uploaded, how they process it. Does it actually play into what they're trying to do 6 months into the future with AR? Those kind of things. So you never know. But I'm not opposed to it. I don't have time for it right now, but it is all right. Let's get to eggs. Man, don't talk about eggs right now. The strange eggs are pissing me off. Joe, what's the egg exploring thing going on here?
All right, so we've got, let's see, when did this was announced? On the 20th. This was announced a couple days ago. Basically, they're doing a shakeup of the 2K, 5K, and 10K eggs. The following Pokemon are now hatching from strange eggs, which we already know. That's the same list. And then it basically, since we are running low on time, this will be in our show notes, but they're just saying some specific Pokemon that are now hatching from eggs.
It's a lot of them.
And they do say, please note the Pokemon that appear in the wild only in a specific regions will only hatch from eggs obtained in that region. Because several of the regionals are going into eggs too, but you have to have gotten the egg from those regions.
Right. This is where sending gifts is going to matter.
Well, no, this is not impacting 7K eggs.
Nulty. Oh, dang it.
This is
like, send me some eggs.
To 2K, 5K, and 10K eggs.
Now I did already get a Riolu out of a 10K egg, so that was very cool.
But
there's some really
I
good
do
ones
agree
here.
that they should put regionals in 7K eggs, and when you
Right?
get gifts from people in those areas, yeah, they really ought to.
Because it's like these are great. I mean, Torkoal's in there, Relicanth is in there, Mime Junior. Where I saw it,
You
lost
should
it.
have a Torkoal.
Tropius. I do. Thank you, Joe. You gave it to me. But Corsola, Heracross, Trophy. But these are great ones to go into eggs. This is like the best egg update they've ever done. Until you realize you're only get what you could get in your own region anyway. And then it's like, not as good. Still good, but not as good.
I feel for Rocketti. Apparently, he jumped the gun and told this whole community that regionals would be in the eggs, and so he's got a lot of disappointed players on his hand. But
let me tell you,
there's that caveat.
If you're in that area, like I would not have had a Tropius by now, probably. If I was in that region to get a Tropius, this is perfect. I still want the X button on the eggs. I want the X button on the eggs so I can clear out stuff for special things now. Because I'm just not going to go buy the special incubator. And even with the special incubator, I don't walk enough to clear my stuff out. Oh, yeah, I saw this today. Mega Venusaur is leaving Mega Raids on October 23rd. So until then, which is actually tomorrow, which is today, if you're listening to the podcast, the day it dropped. So you have today until 6 p.m. I don't think you'll hear this podcast before 6 p.m. So if you're live, it's going away, but it's going to pop up a lot more in Mega Raids right now. Until then, when did this drop? This was October 19th. So it's a little bit older news here. But it'll come back, and really we're getting Mega Gengar is why it's going out. So ultimately, is that a huge sad thing for everybody, Joe? For you?
I mean, for people that really like Venusaur, yeah, probably, but that's okay. Like you said, it'll be back.
Yeah, JackitK says, whisper it to the account, Jacket and Joe will grab it. But he's going to give a Sylph Road reference sheet for eggs. They have all the Pokemon listed out. That's very cool. We'll take that. And then this is from Reddit. Not Sylph Road, it's just Reddit. Okay, from Marshasaurus. As I think the reason for extension of the cap, this is about the Mega Evolution Energy Cap. I think the reason for the extension of the cap is simply a tale of tales. Rewards for this story will include Charizard Mega Energy for the Community Day Special Research Pass. They don't want anyone who's crazy enough to have spent on the passes to get 999 Charizard Energy and not be able to chuck a buck on a Community Day that's already happened 3 out of 4 times, including December ones. Okay, so this is a little bit older, right? This is before, but I get the feedback on the Mega. We talked about how they raised the cap on Mega Energy.
Yep.
That actually makes 1,000% sense right there. It's like, oh, well, people won't give us an extra $1 if they're maxed out. Let's just raise the cap. Sure. If I were running business into Niantic, I'd be like, you want more money? Raise the cap. We'll get $1 more per certain players, and that'll bring in $1 billion. I don't know. So that is solid. All right, let's see here. I will check the Patreon in a minute, see if we have any new patrons. Because it's been a crazy 2 months, everybody. So we try to shout out new patrons. We're sorry if we miss you. We love you. But we have a bunch of speak pipes to play. But
now, are you sure they're all for
ones that were not labeled? So JackitK is amazing. Okay, JackitK got in there and he dropped a lot of voicemails. Not a lot, I mean like 4 or 5. Right, good amount of voicemails. But he made do not open until Thanksgiving, which is great. So I did listen to ones that weren't labeled that. I should have added a note to which one of these. Let me see if this is nope. Oh crap, I never muted Twitch. So let's mute Twitch. All right, there we go. Now let's see. Is it this one?
Hey everyone, you might want to double check.
All right. There's one that is for a little bit later in the show. But this is JackitK.
Hey, JackitK here.
No, stop. This is JackitK right here.
Hey everyone, you might want to double check some notions, because I'm pretty certain Niantic said that the strange eggs would be lasting well after the event itself. The big caveat is that they're actually going to take 12 kilometers to hatch once we lose this quarter egg distance, While I have a little bit of airtime, might as well just get some things off my chest relating to these eggs.
You don't get to hijack the
First,
show.
they definitely feel like they should be either like an 8 or 9 kilometers, and maybe we could even push it down to 6. The issue is just that they aren't more valuable than the 10-kilometer eggs,
Right.
at least in terms of Pokemon pool. The only reason that makes them valuable is because the Pokemon that are quote-unquote best are new. But then again, you have like some things in 10-kilometer eggs like Gibble that are still much more useful within that egg pool. Also, I think the fact that we actually have to earn them kind of gives some justification of making it less of a grab a gotcha system, but I don't know if we can get that for the next head. That's a ramble for another time, though.
Yeah. But it's absolutely, you're right, JackitK. It's absolutely a gotcha system. I don't like it.
And
apparently
Rocketti,
yeah,
real
go
quick,
ahead.
Rocketti wants us to bring up something that was found in the Game Master update. They haven't announced anything official yet, but the Pokeminers did find out that there will be a new special requirement for evolving Galarian Farfetch'd into Sir Farfetch'd, and apparently the evolution cost, quote unquote, will be making 10 excellent throws. Now, I wonder if he has to be your buddy when you make those excellent throws. It doesn't say that.
You would think it
but
would be, though.
That's going to be my guess. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But it sounds like we're going to get Sir Farfetch'd in the near future.
That would be very cool. Thank you, Rocketti, for that. JackitK had a lot to get off his chest for tonight, so here's another one.
Hey, JackitK here, and I have a humble request for the community. Let's stop referring to Mega Evolutions as renting the Pokemon. There's so many things wrong with just that logic from a literal standpoint. And that's what I really have beef on. We could have a whole other discussion about whether or not Megas are good for the game or whatever. But here's the thing. So I go around gathering resources, and then I use them. That's not renting. And before you say renting the Pokemon, no, it's your Pokemon. They just gain a temporary ability. Just to hopefully get you guys in my head a little better, imagine if I were to go to a pizza parlor, and instead of ordering the pizza, I tell the guy that I'm gonna rent a pizza. Hello? Yeah, I'd like to rent a pizza, please. Excuse me?
We're going
You see what I mean? You see how strange that sounds? I mean, we can have beef on it in some other form, as long as we stop saying rent. Please, stop implying rent means something it doesn't.
Well, okay, so I'm gonna just play devil's advocate here and argue back with him. Have you ever heard of rent?
You're not renting them. You're hopping them up on steroids.
Yeah. But you're using the term rent as in you have to give it back to somebody. But have you never heard the term you only rent beer? Right? You drink it, it goes through your system, and it's out. You only rent it for a little while. You only borrow. I think the idea is that it's just a temporary whatever. I don't know, man. I mean, I rent my house and I live in it, but I will leave it someday. I don't know. I'm not. He's got a fine point. I just felt like when he brought up the pizza, like, but you kind of do rent it, especially if you eat there and then you poop there. You actually. All right, this is different. This is different. Right, here we go.
Hey there, my name's Tom, and I just want to say that nobody has been a fraud this week.
What?
What?
I need some fraudulent activity. Come on now, guys. Anyway, I love the show. Bye-bye.
I don't even know what fraudulent activity would be then. I don't even know how to go. All right.
Your
Alright.
cell phone's been a fraud.
Oh, no, well, no. I mean,
Hey, you guys! Chicken Nashville here, and that from that there. I got a question for y'all. Have you got yourself a shiny Giratina Origin form yet?
no.
Nope.
And what other shiny legendaries have you got?
Oh,
I'm
I
looking
don't
at
know.
you, Charles.
Don't look at me.
Joe, but I know Charles is a casual, and I don't think he got any. Maybe I'm wrong.
Shut up.
Prove me wrong. You didn't get Snorlax. I doubt you get shiny legendaries, but let's see what happens. And Joe, let's see your collection. Show me.
No.
Or let the podcast listeners listen. I don't know, whatever platform to listen on. Anyway, I love the show. You know, I always crave the Joe. Breakfast time, I love Joe with some oats. Dinner time, I like him on a foot long. And tea time, I like him in my lasagna. Anyway, keep going what you're doing. I love it. Bye-bye.
All right. So shiny legendaries. I have 8 of them. I have 2 Groudon, 2 Ho-Oh, 2 Zapdos, a Moltres, and a Latias. Those are my shiny legendaries.
Salamance's a legendary.
No. So if you look on the screen, if you put shiny ampersand legendary, it'll show you all of your shiny legendaries.
You know, I don't have one. Shut up, Cheeky. Genesect legendary.
You know, your legendary list is probably so small that you can just type that in.
You know what, Joe? You can do the show by yourself, Joe. Yeah, no shiny legendaries because you guys are mean. Let me see about legend. I've candied up a bunch of legendaries. Oh, wrong button. Yeah, no, I've got Shadow Moltres and a Shadow Mewtwo. But yeah, no shinies. Actually, I got a lot more legendaries than I thought I did. I try to whittle it down and keep just one of the legendaries, but I actually have. Okay, I gotta go sort out my Groudons. I got 3 Groudons. Curims. Yeah, nope. Thanks for bringing the show down, Cheeky. We appreciate you, man. One more. Let's see what's happening here.
Hummer.
Oh, I do love. He goes, and I'm from Nashville. Like, okay, he did that. I don't know.
I'm in your freaking Discord, bro. I can see everything, bro. You know what I mean, bro?
I
No.
don't.
Okay.
I don't know what you mean at all. I don't even know. That's a new one. That was called in 12 hours ago. Oh my god. I don't know what that is. It's crazy. I think that's Tom. When he has nobody to call a fraud, he gets all hopped up on steroids because Mega Tom and does that one. That's what I think. Okay, we got one more, Joe. One more to play for you right now.
JackitK here. Hey Joe, what time is it? Summertime? Nope. I think you know the answer.
It is time for random trivia. And this week I wanted to talk about Yonmask since we are getting its Galarian form here in the near future. So Yonmask is, so the Unova form is a ghost type. The Galarian form is actually a ghost and ground type. So there is that. Its Pokedex entry says that each of them carries a mask that used to be its face when it was human. Sometimes they look at it and cry. So Yonmask used to be human. They've died and they've become Pokemon.
Mm-hmm. It's a death mask. Yeah.
So, yeah. And then in Pokemon Sword, the Galarian mask, says that it's said that this Pokemon was formed when an ancient clay tablet was drawn to a vengeful spirit.
All right.
So instead of a mask, they carry the tablet in the Galarian form. So there's that.
That's
So
kind of like Egyptian based almost.
yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah.
So the Unova Yonmask evolves into Kofagrigus.
Kofefe? What?
Yeah, the coffin Pokemon. Yonmask is the spirit Pokemon. So yeah, so then Kofagrigus is the coffin Pokemon. And its Pokedex entry says that it has been said that they swallow those who get too close and turn them into mummies. They like to eat gold nuggets.
Nice. Okay, that's weird.
So,
For sure.
yeah, Kofagrigus eats people. And
I
then
like
Unirigus is the grudge Pokemon. Since that was such a great movie, right? And its Pokedex entry says, never touch its shadow-like body, or you'll be shown the horrific memories behind the picture carved into it. These are very much putting the monster in pocket monsters in Pokemon.
Yeah, man. Things of nightmares.
So Yonmask is a combination of Yanma, which is the Lord of the Dead in Hindu and Buddhist mythology, and Mask.
Okay.
So yeah, that's pretty interesting. Yonmask is probably based on an Egyptian Ba, if I'm saying that correctly. So a Ba is... You all right there?
I don't know what that sound was.
Basically, it's someone's personality. It's kind of hard. So it's basically everything that makes a person unique is what an Egyptian Ba is. So that's the idea behind the Yonmask. And then Kofagrigus is based off of a sarcophagus that they've turned into a monster. And Kofagrigus is a combination of coffin and sarcophagus. Some people also say it might come from the word egregious, and yeah, so pretty scary stuff. But then Runerigus, which will be a new one added to the game here shortly, is based off of the Ingvar runestones. So those are in Sweden, and yeah, look up the. We don't have time now, but look up the Ingvar runestones. They've got some interesting mythology behind them. But yeah, its name Runerigus comes from rune and egregious.
Okay.
Or
I can dig it.
sarcophagus. But yeah, good stuff. Get out there and grab him during the event.
Yes. Slightly breaking news. Nothing super major. But we just got Galarians dropped into the game a little bit. Farfetch'd actually just showed up on my screen as JackitK and DJ Kizzo was saying, hey, Galarian Farfetch'd is just popping up everywhere in my game. There's one nearby. I see you on the screen now. Yep. There's one nearby for you. And DJ says that the Galarian Ponyta just dropped in raids and you can evolve it.
Yeah. I should have included that in our show notes tonight, but there was some of the artwork teased that Galarian Ponyta was going to be popping up.
Well, there you go. And I grabbed my first. I had a few Galarians, but I saw a Galarian pop up and grabbed it. So yeah, the Farfetch'd anyway. I definitely want to grab the Ponyta. But that is cool stuff going on. Let's see, where are we? Oh yeah, we're at the end of the show. Email us show at PokemonGoPodcast.com. We'd love to hear from you there. And if you sent in something this week, I'm sorry, I was too busy with my broken phone to get the emails. So that was my bad. Of course, the speak pipes, like you heard JackitK and Tom, and I'm in your Discord, brah. And of course, Cheeky Nashville all used. And that's at PokemonGoPodcast.com. Little tab on the right hand side. Any device with microphones that touch the internet, you're good to do. Reddit is r/Pokemon Go podcast.
And the discussion for this next week is going to be, what Pokemon do you think has the scariest Pokedex entry or lore around it?
Nice. What Pokemon is the scariest in what he said there? Because I was distracted by Nook's Tavern, who couldn't be bothered to actually do their own show tonight, showing up to give me grief. So there's Facebook.com/Pokemon Go podcast, where you can find some more stuff there. Twitter is at Pokemon Go Pod, where I will do my best to put that question out into the social atmosphere there, and you can shout your show out and answer us. That'd be cool too. Twitch, we are back on Twitch.tv. I'm so happy. Twitch.tv/Pokemon Go Podcast every Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. Catch us here. All right, Joe, where can they find you on the web?
You can find me at Joseph_Ard.
You can shut up, I'll tell them.
Where can I find you? You tell me right now.
Find me. You can find me not walking around hashing eggs like skinny Rocketti does at Rock God of Pod on Twitter and Rock God of Podcasting across all social media, or Charles McFall. Either way, you can find me. Tune in next week to hear Joe say.
I'm definitely not going to be telling my kids which Pokemon have the creepiest lore, because they're scaredy cats. So.
You don't go to bed. Drifloon's coming for your soul.
Stay in your bed or they'll get you.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, man.
All right. Save that there.
And we have 3 title suggestions here. The first 2 are from JackitK. Renting Mega Pizza. I want to rent a pizza from JackitK. Good luck with your 10 excellence from Rocketti. And Snake Doctor 77 coming in at the last second. Megatom needs some fraudulent activity.
What's the command to show people how to vote? Because I think DJ Kizza might be new for this voting. It's not.
Boom. There's the link.
Show bot. I couldn't remember. It's like I knew it was a bot. I could not remember the stupid name of it. So, what that is you get to vote on the name of the podcast episode. If you click that link there, it's perfectly safe. It'll take you over, and just like you said, Renting Mega Pizza is up there. Good luck with your 10 excellence by Rocketti. Megaton needs some fraudulent activity, and JackitK double down and went, I want to rent a pizza. Right now, Megaton needs some fraudulent activities at this is rigged.
Snake Doctor
this is rigged. Snake Doctor somehow gets in and tries to get these votes.
DJ Kiza is not new. They just lurk.
Oh, all right.
Like
cool.
some of the creepy Pokemon, especially Gengar. His lore, he lurks and sucks your soul, and yeah.
All right. Let's see. Now, if Nook's Tavern is filled, go lay down. You're hopped up on back drugs, man. Let's see. Let's give a shout out. We got Comula in chat. DJ Kizza, get affiliated now. I need that follow up.
Yeah, that's a bot.
Yeah, JackitK, Lady Jasmine, Lurks, Mr. Tamarine 19, Nook's Tavern, Rock Eddie 33. So this is Scom TV or I don't know. Civilian on Base, Snake Doctor 77, and Squishy Twitchy are all still hanging in here. Yes. All right. Let's see where the votes are right now. Renting Mega Pizzas at 4. JackitK is leading. It's literally 4, 3, 2, 1. Renting Mega Pizza. Megaton needs fraudulent activities. Good luck with your 10 excellence. And I want to rent a pizza in that order. It's 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll give it another minute or so.
And then we're going to raid somebody.
Go ahead and start figuring out who he's going to raid. I'm going to start setting up my next show because it goes in 5 minutes.
All right, I'm just picking a random dude. It's not actually his name. It's Chris the Dude, 13. Boom. All right.
What kind is his name?
The raid is starting in 5 seconds. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Looks like Renting Mega Pizza wins it. Have a good night.
Thanks, everybody. We love you. Bye.